everyone, I am sitting here in front of you, literally on the ground, because I have come to a decision. I am quitting NFTs, and NFTs have treated me so well. NFTs have led to over $12,000 of revenue, over 20,000 YouTube subscribers, appearances in Business Insider and The Verge, a documentary appearance, and a $60,000 consulting gig offer. But despite all of these benefits, it's time to say goodbye. And to understand why, let's dig into how and why I got into NFTs in the first place, and then where it all went wrong. So I first got into NFTs completely by accident. I was selling custom Twitter banners on Gumroad and people absolutely loved them. And a few people suggested that I turn my Twitter banners into NFTs. And at first I was very hesitant to do this. I knew close to nothing about NFTs and they seemed complicated. But I subscribed to the notion of bias to action. The idea is that when you come across something new and intriguing, you should generally go for it. If it doesn't work out, you'll at least have learned something that you didn't know before, and that new lesson could lead to potentially new and more exciting things in the future. So I went for it, and the results were very meh. I made only 4 sales, which weren't worth it at all for the amount of time and energy I had put into making this project. But in conducting this experiment, I had learned so much about NFTs. And so in my typical show your work fashion, I created an entire Twitter thread detailing everything I had learned. And I didn't approach it as an expert. I approached it as someone taking the first steps, making the first mistakes so that others didn't have to. And people absolutely loved it. And at this time, I had a new YouTube channel that I was focused on growing. And I thought, hey, if so many people on Twitter enjoyed hearing about my NFT journey, maybe people on YouTube would enjoy hearing about it as well. So I made that video and it blew up. Shortly after, I made a second NFT related video, and that also popped off. And before I knew it, I was raking in views and cash, and people were calling me the NFT girl. Don't get me wrong, I was grateful. But the thing about going viral is that it forces you into a box. Suddenly I had this huge influx of people discovering and pouring into my channel who all wanted to learn about NFTs. Any video I created related to NFTs would skyrocket. But in turn, any video I made unrelated to NFTs would tank. And that's when my love-hate relationship with NFTs began. I loved it when people said that they loved my content or that my videos had really helped them. And my heart sang every time someone commented, "Aprilyn, you were the first person I've actually understand talk about NFTs. Thank you so much." And the money was so good. The crypto and NFT niche is one of the highest paid niche in all of YouTube. My average CPM, or cost per mil, this is the cost that advertisers pay per 1,000 views on YouTube, is $25. And for reference, a cooking channel might have a CPM of $4, or productivity channel might have a CPM of $8. Mine is 25. That's kind of unheard of. And what this amounted for me was upwards of over $100 per day just from AdSense alone. And then there were the inbound sponsorship offers. I turned down over 99% of the sponsorship offers I received because honestly, it was the hassle to go through them, and there are so many bad projects out there that I didn't want to amplify through my own channel. However, if I was ever strapped for cash and needed an extra boost, it was the easiest thing in the world to just open up my DMs and accept a sponsorship offer. And to give you an idea of what sponsorships in the NFT niche were like for me, I was able to charge upwards of $1,500 for a single sponsored video. Accept one sponsored video and my rent was taken care of for a full month. And it didn't stop there. Reporters from Business Insider and The Verge were reaching out to me, asking for insights into the world of NFTs. And suddenly, being the NFT girl didn't end on YouTube. I was the NFT girl on Twitter and in blogs and in business publications. I was the NFT girl everywhere. I went from just another aspiring creator to someone people cared about, someone people looked to for advice, someone people recommended to others, someone special. And that's what made it so hard. because I didn't love NFTs. I didn't even like them. And I tried so hard to be passionate about the NFT and Web3 world. I did so much research, and I tried to reframe my work in my head a million times. Maybe learning about NFT communities will teach me about marketing. Maybe teaching an NFT course will teach me about course creation. Maybe this, maybe that. But despite my best efforts, I just couldn't find the passion. I spent countless hours researching topics I didn't even care about, just for the sake of creating content about it for other people. And in the end, I felt enslaved to my audience. This resulted in slower and slower output. It grew difficult for me to make a single video. Then it became difficult for me to turn on my computer. Then it even became difficult for me to get up out of bed in the morning. I completely lost the will to get up and get work done because I completely dreaded the work that I had to do. I completely lost my passion. And it took some really, really tough conversations to get through that and to accept that NFTs weren't for me. Because when everyone finally acknowledges you and you get the chance to be someone special, it's the hardest thing in the world to throw that away. Looking at it though, it reminded me of when I left Wall Street. I turned my back on the money and the status and the benefits that came with working at a huge global bank. And that was so freaking hard. But I did so because I realized that I had so much potential that would remain untapped if I decided to stay. And I wanted to do something in my life that I was passionate about. I wanted to write and to create and to build and to add new value into the world. So I left and I did. But now I realize it's not just about having the opportunity to write and create and build. It's about having the opportunity to write and create and build things that you actually want to. It's every content creator's nightmare to change niches. I've established myself in the NFT niche. I have people coming in looking specifically for my content about NFTs. My CPM is through the roof. I have views, I have status, and I have money, but I'm not happy. And that's why I have to leave NFTs. But I am not leaving YouTube, and I am not leaving content. I hold those things way too near and dear to my heart. I have a new plan for new YouTube content. Something a little bit more in lines with my passions. Something I'll be excited about again. And I hope you stay for that journey. So if you like me, and if you like startups, stick around. Aprilyn 2.0 is going to be even better. And if not, no hard feelings, I completely understand. If you decide to stick around, I'll see you in the next video.